welcome to Grow Your Business Bites. Today, I'd like to talk about your stress and your health. Stress is something that's part of all of our lives. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. Stress is something that is part of our day-to-day lives. It's not the stress, but it's how we allow it to affect us. That affects our health, that affects our relationships, it affects our business, it affects our money flows. So, how are you handling the different things that are showing up in your life and your business? Recently, I had one client that for 4 weeks, he wasn't able to move much. He's a very active person who is practically a professional cyclist. He had some meetings on the West Coast in the US, and he was so angry that he made his body so sick and so stiff, he could barely move for 4 weeks. Our bodies can handle a lot of things, but they're going to talk to you in whispers at first, and they will talk to you until you're willing to actually pay attention and change things. So, what can you do today to find ways to deal with the stress? One of the tools that works so well for me is allowance. When you allow you to be you and you allow others to their own opinion, allow them to be them, you don't allow their opinion to affect you as much. But some of us, it's more than just that. We're so used to the way that we grew up and ways that we learned on how to handle stress. One of the tools that I fell in love with over 6 years ago is called the access bars. And it's little touch on your head. You just lay there and really don't have to do anything. But it just feels so good and it relaxes your whole body, but allows you to actually have less reaction to how people talk, what they say, their opinions. And it just feels good and you become more creative afterwards. But it's almost like it allows our tolerance to change, but it also gives us creative ways to handle the stress. And it's in 176 countries. So wherever you are and you're listening and watching this, find yourself someone who's an Access Conscious Bars practitioner or facilitator and let them put their hands on your head. But it's about how you're willing to deal and handle that stress. So what can you put in place in your life, in your business, that allows you to no longer be affected by other people's words, opinions, or whatever it is that they are creating? Instead, allowing you to empower you on ways that you can use that stress to your advantage and go around them and create something even greater. So, what if the time to ignore your health is no longer available and it's about what's going to work for you and your health? Talk to you soon.